What's up everyone, my name is Hayden, not Mr. Hayden, I almost said my name is Mr. Hayden. You're watching the Mr. Hayden YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, I've been selling for around about 4.5 years now. I've done way over 1 million, probably 1.3, 1.4 million in total sales from my UK and USA store. I do unique bundles, I do private label, I do arbitrage, and I'm here to tell you unique bundles, Amazon FBA bundles 101 today. So what we're going to do is go through what bundles are, what unique bundles are on Amazon. I'm going to talk about the pros from doing Amazon FBA bundles, and I'm going to talk about the cons of doing Amazon FBA bundles. I've been doing this strategy for around about 2 years now. I've launched way over 100, probably 120 bundles in my UK and USA store, and let's dive into the video. So, what are unique bundles or bundles? So, with bundles and unique bundles, there's about 4 different ways you can do them. There's probably a couple more, but there's 4 different ways, main ways that I say. So first of all, you've got a bundle option number 2. Now the bundle option number 2 is just simply a multi-pack. It's just a multi-pack. Let's just say you've got a Colgate toothpaste and you want to do 2 Colgate toothpaste because there's no one else selling 2 of that specific model of Colgate toothpaste. So you pack them together and you create a listing under the Colgate brand. Now this can be good because it can separate you from the competition, and let's say you've got wholesalers got loads of products and you want to order loads more, then you can sell them in 2 packs and make that little bit more profit, okay? So, it's costing you the same fulfillment fee or a tiny bit more, but you're getting double the bubble in the profit. The next one is bundle option number 3. Now the bundle option number 3 could be similar. It could be 2 of the specific model of the Colgate toothpaste there, but then you might mix it with, let's say, a some toothpicks, for example, some of your own branded toothpicks, or you might want to mix it with a toothbrush, okay? And then you've got bundle option number 4. Now bundle option number 4 is a mix, okay? Now it's a mix of multiple items. Now you could have your Colgate 2-pack, your anchor items, okay, so your main items. Then you might mix it with your toothbrush, you might put your toothpicks in there, and you might put a tooth fairy sticker in there, say if it's for kids, for example, and then you might put it in a nice little box or something like that, and then you're going to create your own listing and put that under your own brand on Amazon. And then you've got bundle option number 5, and number 5 is where it's your own branded packaging with the same kind of stuff inside it. So they're the kind of different ways that you can do bundles, guys, and there's pros and cons of all of that stuff, but that's the different ways you can do bundles. So let's talk about the major pros of doing unique bundles on Amazon FBA in 2024 in the UK. So some of the pros for doing this could be higher profit. Now you could potentially see a lot of higher profit with this stuff because when you're doing bundles, although there's still competition that arises because some people see your listing and think it's good and they either jump on that listing, depending if it's an option 2 or an option 3, 4 or 5, some people will jump on your listing or they will create a listing as a competitor. And they will create a very similar listing to you. And then eventually, if enough people find out about it, you'll have 10, 15, 20, 25 similar bundles. And eventually your market share will just go down and down and down. Now that can happen, but one of the major pros is that you can get more profit. And a lot of the time, people are just too lazy to do this stuff. So you can actually make a lot more profit moving forwards instead of just doing traditional arbitrage, for example. Another pro is that you can sell a lot less units and still make some really good margins and really good profit. So when you're doing arbitrage, you have to do these tiny little margins a lot of the time, not all the time. You have to do these tiny little margins and you have to shift loads of products, spend loads in prep fees. Whereas with bundles, okay, now with bundles and with unique bundles, you can create products and sometimes they can last for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever, a long time. I've still got bundles that I created years ago that are still going, really highly rated. We still make thousands a year out of them, and they're not going anywhere. And you can still make good profit, but you don't have to spend that much. You don't have to spend that much on prep because you might prep £1, £1.10 to send your bundle. But if it's making you good profit margins, it's making you high margins, then you haven't got to spend anywhere near as prep as the people doing arbitrage. So it can be really good. Now, a couple of the cons, which I think is only fair to talk about. And by the way, guys, if you want to learn properly about unique bundles, I haven't got any training on it myself, but I can refer you to the Hive below, which is a group that I've been in for a long time now, and Natalie in there has actually trained me from the start on bundles. You can get 50% off using my code below, which is Hayden in capitals. If anyone wants specific coaching from me, I don't usually offer it, but I will consider doing some consulting or one-to-one coaching with someone. If you're the right fit, just book a call with me below or whatever, or shoot me a message on Messenger, but I'm not really doing that too often, guys. It would have to be a very specific fit. Other than that, you've got the group down there, which I can refer you to. So some of the cons, let's be completely transparent, it is not like sunshine and roses, guys. Let's talk about the cons here, because I think it's really important. If you're really interested in doing bundles or unique bundles, then you've got to understand that you've got to rank your products just like you'd have to rank a private label product. Now, if you're doing a bundle 2 or 3, and you're utilizing someone else's brand, say Colgate, for example, that's already got a lot of brand search and already got a lot of brand trust because they've invested millions into advertising over the many years they've been in business, then it might be easier for you to get traction. But the downfall of that is that if it's a bundle option 2, for example, they're going to be able to jump on that listing with you. So even though it ranks easier, they're going to be able to jump on that listing with you. And with the bundle option 3s, if you are utilizing that, people still might be able to jump on your listing. But if you're going to brand gate that item, then you are at risk of that brand going after you with the brand registry stuff. Okay, so and trying to give you an IP. You can't get away from IPs selling people's brands just because you put it into your own bundle. Just to let you know that. Now that's a risk. And it does happen, and it can happen, but a lot of the time you can be okay. Okay, so that's a downfall there. You know, you can be at risk of that sort of stuff. So the PPC can be, you know, expensive. Okay, now if you're not going to do like the highly brand search stuff, and you want to launch with the PPC, then PPC can cost a lot of money. If you're launching bundle 4s, if you're launching bundle 5s, and it's a lot of that is brand searched, not brand searched, it's your search. Okay, it's a gift pack that you've created, or it's a bundle for babies that you've created, for example, then you need to spend a lot of money, just like you would in PPC spend for a private label product, depending on how competitive it is, to launch that product. Okay, because you're not just launching a bundle 2 or a bundle 3, which is going off the back end search of a brand that spent millions into their advertising anyway. It's already got search on Amazon. So you're going to have to be aware that you're going to have to invest in PPC. Now, does it cost a fortune? Not always. Not always. And you can get away with some auto bidding and stuff like that. But if you're a competitive niche, and if there's some really good products, you're going to have to be better than them. And you're going to have to invest in PPC just to get your product going. Okay. Now, that's something you don't have to do in arbitrage. So it's something that you've got to take into account. Now, the other thing is that because you've got to create all of these products yourself, because you've got to create these bundles, it can just take time. And when I was about a year into doing unique bundles, switching from online arbitrage, I was actually thinking to myself, this is so much better than arbitrage. This is so much better than wholesale. I can't believe more people don't do this. And I thought, why do people bother with wholesale and arbitrage if they can have their own listings with more profit and more protection? But then as the time went on, I realised I was wrong. And the reason I was wrong, and the reason it's not the best strategy, although it's a very good one, the reason it's not the best strategy, and that there's no strategies that are better than another, they're all just strategies, and they're all just dependent on the way you want to run your business. That's the truth. The reason private label and arbitrage and wholesale and bundles, none are better than the other, they're just different, yeah, is because with bundles, it's similar to private label, where yes, you can get a product that sells loads, and yes, you can make more profit. But remember, it takes a lot of time to source these products, buy these products, launch these products, test these products. Not all of them are going to work. And then get sales on these products. Some of them might just sell 1 a day. Some might sell 1 a week. Some might sell 10 a day. You just don't know. So with arbitrage or wholesale, you can list 100 products a week or more. Now, yes, you're making smaller margins, but overall you might make more profit faster if you've got the investment, because you don't have to spend a lot of time launching bundles. Now, what a lot of people do is mix them both. So they do wholesale, they do arbitrage, and then they do bundles as well. And then they do some unique bundles, and they sort of pile it on top of each other until you get really good margins. Now, that can be a really good way of doing it, guys. But once again, I just wanted that full transparency that I had that bit of breakthrough where I used to think this was the best model. It's not the best model, it's just a good model, okay? Unique bundles and bundles are a great way of doing things, but you've got to be patient. I've been going for about 2 years. I'm not a millionaire yet, you know? Like, it just takes time. Like, we make good money, and we sell seasonal stuff a lot of the time, so we make really good money in our seasonal times. But apart from that, you know, like, we make a lot of money from our arbitrage side of the business as well, because we do a mix of bundles and normal arbitrage there, and it's in the bigger marketplace. So there's different ways of doing stuff, guys. But I hope you enjoyed that video. I went through what bundles are, And I went through the pros and some cons. Obviously, there's some more pros, there's some more cons. If you've got any questions, hit me in the comments below. Jump in the Facebook group. Got a free Facebook group, Mr. Hayden Facebook group. And I do every Wednesday at 2 p.m. I do a live podcast in that Facebook group. And then I upload it on here, and you can ask me any questions you want on that as well. So, guys, I hope you enjoy that. I'll see you soon.